everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's encode the logic. I hope you all are doing good. In this video, we are going to write a program to check whether a number is a palindrome number or not. So without making any delay, let's quickly jump into the discussion. So what is a palindrome number? A palindrome number is a number that remains the same when its digits are reversed. In other words, if you read the number from left to right or right to left, it will be the same number. For example, 121. If you read this number 121, in the forward direction, it was 121. Even if you read the same number in backward direction, it is same, right? That was 121. And also if you see this example, if we read this number forward, that was 1331. And if you read the same number backwards, again it was 1331, right? And also 1221. These numbers are called as palindrome numbers because they read the same forwards and backwards. So now we need to write the code for it. Simple. So before diving into the coding part, we need to think for the logic, right? My logic was very simple. Let us say my number was A, and what I need to do? I need to reverse this number, right? I will do reverse of A. Let us say this was B equal to reverse of A. After reversing A, I need to check, is my A equal to B or not? If it is equal, then I will say A is a palindrome, right? And if A and B are not equal, then I will say not palindrome. Simple. We can implement this last two steps using an if else, right? Now our main focus is to reversing a number. In the previous video, I have already discussed about how to reverse a number. If you haven't watched that video yet, please do watch it. I will provide the link in the description box, so please do check it. And in this video also, I will explain the logic of how to reverse a number. Okay, let's see that. Reversing a number is very simple. So we have only two steps to reverse a number. So at first, we need to extract all the digits from the number. Extracting the digits. And later, we need to append all these digits to a variable, a new variable in reverse format. So this is the logic. So now the question was how we can extract the digits. It is simple. Suppose if we have a number n equal to 131, we can extract the last digit very easily. I will do n mod 10. Okay, let's do that. 10 and 131. Right. So we know 10 13s are 130. Right. So the remainder was 1. We got the last digit, right? Now we need to get the second last digit, which is 3. Now if you observe, my quotient was 13. When I do 131 divided by 10, right? So this is nothing but the remaining part. So now to get the second last digit, we need to do 13 mod 10. If we do this, so we know 10 ones are 10. And now my remainder was 3, right? Now we got the second last digit also, right? And if you see the quotient, that was the remaining number, right? And now to get the third last digit, what we need to do? We need to take this quotient and we need to do 1 mod 10, right? If we do this, so 10 zeros are 0 and my remainder was 1, right? And if you see, I got the third last digit also. So in this way, we will extract the digits. So for the reminders, we will do n mod 10, and for the quotient, we will do n by 10, right? And one more thing, to get the first last digit, my n equal to 131. And to get the second last digit, my n will become 13, nothing but the quotient, right? And to get the third last digit, my n will become 1, nothing but the previous quotient. And one more thing, if you observe, we are extracting all these digits in the reverse format already, right? We are extracting the last digit first, and then the second last digit, and then the third last digit, right? So we are already extracting the digits in the reverse format, right? So in this way, we'll extract the digits. And next, the second step was we need to append all these digits to a variable, that too in a reverse format. So let's take a variable. Let my variable was a, and I will initialize it to 0. Initially, my a will store nothing. So that's why I kept 0. And in the second step, what I need to make? I need to append my last digit, right? then my a will become 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1, right? And then I need to append my second last digit. Then my a will become 13. And then my third last digit. Then my a will become 131. And one more thing, we can write this 13 as 10 plus 3, right? And this 131 as 130 plus 1, right? And this one as 0 plus 1. And we can also write the same numbers like 1 into 10 plus 3, right? And this has 13 into 10 plus 1, right? And this has 0 into 10 plus 1, right? So now, what are this 1, 3, 1? These are my reminders, right? And what are this 0 and then 1 and 13? These are my previous a values. Okay, let's make, this is the first step, and this is the second step, and this is the third step, and this is the fourth step. Okay, if you see this step, this 1 is coming from the previous a value, that was a equal to 1, right? And if you see this step 4, this 13 is coming from the previous a value, that was a equal to 13, right? And also in the step 2, this 0 is coming from the previous a value, that was 0, right? And every time we are multiplying 10 to its previous a value, and we are adding the remainder. So by this we got the formula, right? The formula for reversing a number was a equal to a into 10 plus remainder. So this is the formula for reversing the number. So how we are appending all these digits to a number? Using this formula, we need to append all these digits to a variable. Okay, in this way we will reverse the number. So now we need to write the code for it. So before diving into the coding part, let's figure out the logic in simple words. At first, we need to take the input. So what is my input? My input was simple, that was n. And then the logic part. So what we are doing, we are iterating on each and every digit of the number, right? So for the iteration, we will use a loop, that was while loop. And while iterating on the number, we need to implement these two steps, that was extracting the digits, and we need to append all these digits to a variable, that was a. So after completing the iterations on while loop, the number will be reversed, right? So then what we need to do? We need to check whether my number is a palindrome number or not. For that, we need to use an if-else statement. And we need to print if it is a palindrome or else not a palindrome. So now let's write the code for it. So let me keep a comment first. Check if a number is a palindrome number. Right? Okay. At first, we have to take the input. N equal to int of input of enter a number. Right? So I need to iterate on the number, right? So that's why I will use a while loop. So let's think for the while condition later. So what I was doing, I was extracting the numbers. How we can extract the numbers? Using n mod 10, right? Okay, let's do that. I will do n mod 10 and I will store it in a variable, that was rem equal to. After extracting the digit, we need to append all these digits to a variable, right? That was a. So at first, my a was initialized to 0, right? So then I will use this formula, a equal to a into 10 plus remainder, right? Is this enough? No, right? In the first iteration, to get the last digit, my n was 131. And in the second iteration, to get the second last digit, my n was 13. And to get the third last digit, my n was 1, right? So what I need to do? I need to make n equal to n by 10, right? I will do that, n equal to n by 10. I will use a floor division to get the precise value. So now coming to the condition of the while statement, where do I need to stop my iteration? So if you observe, this is the first last digit and this is the second last digit and this is the third last digit, right? And I will stop my iteration when my quotient will become 0. Nothing but in the next iteration, my n will be 0, right? So once my n will become 0, I need to stop my iteration. So this is the base condition, right? So my while loop condition was n not equal to 0. Because I need to iterate on the loop, when my n is not equal to 0. Once my n will become 0, I need to stop the iteration. So what I need to check? I need to check whether my number is a palindrome number or not, right? Now my reverse of a number was a. I will use an if statement, right? Now what I need to compare? I need to compare my a and also the user given number, right? I will compare is a equal to n. So if you do compare this, it will become a blender mistake, guys, because so after completing of the iterations, my n will store 0. So for that, what we need to do? It's very simple. Just restore the number. So num equal to n. So I will check if a equal to num, then I will print num is a palindrome number, right? Or else I will print num is not a palindrome number. So this is the code, guys. Now let me run this program. So I will give 131. So if you see 131 is a palindrome number, fine. Let me run this program again. I will enter 123. This is not a palindrome number, right? If you reverse this 123, then I will get 321. So if you see 123 is not a palindrome number. Okay, fine. Let me run this program again. I will give 134331. So it is a palindrome number. Fine. And let me run this program again. 67894 6. So this is not a palindrome number, right? So this is the standard way of writing a program to check whether a number is a palindrome number or not, guys. So that's it about today's video, guys. That was checking the number is a palindrome number or not. I hope you like this video and thank you for watching. Hey folks, if you enjoyed this coding tutorial and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your fellow coding buddies, drop a comment with your thoughts or questions, and of course, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support means a lot and it helps our community grow. Happy coding!